During the last months of the summer of 2016, I completed a backpacking trek along the Colorado Trail, which started in Denver and ended 487 miles later in Durango, Colorado. It traversed the Rocky Mountains, roughly following the Continental Divide. The scenery was absolutely spectacular, but I won't talk about it because the beauty is inherent in the photos. What I will talk about is the wildlife. The hike started out with bighorn sheep staring down at me from steep, rocky cliffs. Deer were so abundant I think I saw at least one a day. That was until hunting season started. There were so many hunters and gunshots, the deer were scattered right down into the valleys. After hunting season began, I don't think I saw one. I also saw elk and moose, but they were so timid I couldn't get a photo of them. The mountaintops were full of cute little marmots scurrying around the rocks. There was a lot of bear droppings, but I never saw one. That was probably a good thing, as they are known to plunder backpackers' food supply. One of the hardest things to deal with was the almost daily thunderstorms. Within minutes they would appear out of nowhere on a sunny day and disappear almost as fast. They would deliver volleys of rain, hail, sleet, and snow, along with howling wind which drove the precipitation horizontal. Some of these storms were so intense that flashes of lightning were blinding. The thunder could be so loud and close it literally shook the ground. It was scary.
Hear all that? I just barely got my tent set up and the stuff got in it, and it started pouring rain. The lightning and thunder out there is pretty scary tonight. Well, I'll just have to somehow sleep through it.
Especially in the beginning and end of the trek, almost every part of my body ached. Ankles, shoulders, and the bottom of my feet were the worst. Blisters were a close second. Towards the end of the hike, I developed shin splints. Anti-inflammatories and painkillers came to the rescue. During the last week, I was taking 3 doses of them a day. I never would have made it without them. The people I met along the trail were eccentric but wonderful people. Some of the most memorable times I remember was with them. I think fellow hikers share a common bond, and we naturally become friends after a short time. It wasn't uncommon to hike a week or more together. Towards the end of the hike, my body seemed like it was falling apart. It was hard to get up in the morning to face putting one painful foot in front of the other all day long. I kept asking myself why I was doing this to myself, and considered the possibility of taking the nearest bus back home. But there was this innate obsession that surfaced. For whatever reason, I was obsessed in making it to Durango. There was no way aches, pains, or fierce storms were going to stop me. When I finally made it to Durango, I was overcome with a sense of accomplishment. I knew I had made memories to spare for the rest of my life.